students. So today myself Shani Yadav and I am going to take your SST class today. So in that order I am going to start your first chapter of your geography, right? So here first chapter we are having representation of geographical features. So topography is a term we can say through which we represent the geographical features of a particular place. So what topography is, that in topography what it indicates is in a map. Lastly we have read about different types of map that we have: topographic map, political map, physical maps, right? So that which were explained in the previous classes, right? So here we learn about the topographic maps. What happens in topographic map is we show the various features of a land. Okay, it includes both the things, whether it's a man-made feature or a natural feature. It includes both the feature here in the topographic maps. Through colors and through contour lines, okay, we display those features like hills, ridges, mountains, coastal plains, valleys that we have, human settlements that we have, or farmlands that we have, buildings that we have over a particular area, right? So in India, there's a particular department over it which publishes your topographical maps for India, that is Survey of India, right? It's a department which show you how to draw the maps, okay, and it will publishes most of the topographic maps of India which are rated for our studies and for other purposes also, to know the relief features of your particular place, right? So what happens here is those topographic maps are basically based on this contour lines. Okay, what happens is normally we draw those contour lines in order to get the map, right? So there's a difference between some contour lines. Through that difference only we can estimate or we can clarify it, we can understand this what type of relief features is available at a particular place, right? So here what we used to do is, those were the contour lines for the imaginary lines. Okay, those lines, they are not actually available on the relief features. What happens is, in our map, in which map? Topographic map, yes. So in topographic map we draw these imaginary lines so that we can know what type of relief features is available at a particular place, right? So what happens is, these are the imaginary lines and they are basically drawn with the brown color, right? And there are the contour lines, they have a contour interval between them. You can see here there are different types of contour lines I have drawn here. So there is a vast difference between those lines. Some are drawn like this, that I will show you in detail, okay, later on, right? And every line, it shows the scale between them and it shows the height between them, okay, and apart from those height, it also shows you the boldness and the contour index between them, right? So after that, what happens is, we should know its uses of those contour lines on a map. While reading a map or while reading basically here we are talking about the topographic map. So how you should know how to read a topographic map, then only you know its features, right? So what are the use of those contour lines is, if you know about those that uses, then only you can read that map. So what is the purpose of this map is, first of all, you know about the height of a particular place, right? If you are going towards a hill or going towards a plateau, so what is the height of that land or the plateau? That will be shown by this contour lines. And second is steepness. Like somewhere you have seen over a hill, like there is a hill, so there is a vast steepness there, right? And if you talk about a normal plateau, and there is a little bit of steepness there, and if you talk about a ridge here, there is a bit steepness there, right? So there are different steepness there. So if you see there is a closed space between the contour lines. Like if the contour lines are drawn like this without much space, that means there we will find the steep slopes, right? And if we have a vast difference between two contour lines, it means the slope there is a gentle slope, right? And third thing that we get from the contour lines is the shape of a land, right? It means that, for example, we can say that if the value between the contour lines is increasing, it means that place is a conical hill basically, right? And when that value decreases, it means the height of the hill is might be decreasing or it is might be a plateau also, okay? So it totally depends on the contour lines. So that is the use of a contour lines. What we can get from the contour lines is height of a place, steepness of slope, right? and the shape of the length, right? This thing we came to know from the contour lines, right? Now, how to identify a particular landform, right? Now, if you know about the contour line, then you should know how to identify a particular landform through a map only. Without going to that place, with the help of that topographic map only, you can understand that through the map whether that place is having a steep slope or a gentle slope, right? Or it's a hill one, plateau, or it's a ridge, right? So for that thing, what you need to do is, if you know that it's a steep slope, right? Normal slope is there, then there is a lots of contour lines will be there, right? If there is a certain, you can see in the map particularly, there are lots of like this zigzag lines were given there in the contour shape. That means there you can find a steep slope, right? And if you see there is a difference between and in a particular pattern. See here in the steep slope there is no particular pattern of the contour lines, but here in the gentle slope you find that there is a particular pattern of contour lines, and there is a vast difference between those contour lines. Okay, and it means that here when it's gentle slope, the area above there is might being rising, and you find a particular gentle slope there, right? And apart from it, you will having the hills there. If these types of concentric circles you will see there and they are rising upwards, it means at that place we are having the hills, right? And the elevation is given there with the lines that how much, what is the height of a particular place, like 100 meters, 200 meters, 300 meters, or the 400 meters, right? And next part from it, we are having the plateaus. If that line is being decreasing, okay, in the decreasing order, that means there we can find the plateaus there, and there is a comparative rise between those lines, right? You can see there. And what happens is it draws along a particular manner, because the plateau is having top of a stable line, is particularly on the plain side. So there we are having it. And next, if you talk about the ridges here, and that you know that what ridges is, it is a narrow elongated hill. It is the type of a hill there, which is having a lots of steeps there. You can see here in plateau there are no steeps, but here in ridges we have the lots of steeps here. And there are lots of low depression there also. Okay, we call it, this point is known as the saddle point, right? And the steep sided, the side is known as the col here, and there is a gap between the mountain ranges. Means whenever in ridges we have two mountain ranges and there is a gap between those mountain ranges, then we call it the pass. Like you have know about Khyber Pass, Nathula Pass, and different passes that we have in our country. Those passes are shown by these slopes. And the third thing is, whenever there is a gap between those things, it means there is a river valley there, right? Means there we can have